Hey, hey.
G'day, g'day.
Welcome in.
Welcome, welcome.
Grab my chat.
Another Simple Joys live stream.
Woohoo.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Turbo Fish.
Hey, Turbo.
Just fixing me chat up there.
Today is Saturday for us.
Hey, Annie Confetti.
25 past 3 p.m. Saturday afternoon.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It'd be early morning. No, or late for them. What time is it there
In
for
the
you?
USA,
Yeah.
late. It's about, just guessing, but I think it's about 11 o'clock.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Been a little while since I've seen you, Mike. How you been?
It is.
A double date.
Ooh, did you have a nice Valentine's Day? Ah, right, Turbo.
We had a nice Valentine's Day, didn't we?
We did.
We didn't go out or anything, but we bought each other a couple of tiny little presents and spent the day at home.
He says he's good, Grant.
Excellent.
Yeah, we gonna go out for dinner on Tuesday. It's Grant's birthday on Tuesday, so we've organised to go out with some friends for dinner that day.
Yeah, my birthday's on the 20th of February.
Yes.
Little Pisces.
Two little fishies.
Yeah, Collette's a Pisces too. We're both Pisces.
Annie Confetti had a great day.
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah, girls, it's their daughter's birthday on Valentine's
Their
Day.
child's birthday, yeah. I have half of next day candy.
Yeah, Collette got me a box of chocolates. I had a box of roses. It was only a little box, but they're all gone already.
I ate the peppermint out of them because I like peppermint chocolate.
And I like Turkish Delight.
Pisces, that makes sense. Pisces always seem to have the knack for music.
Oh.
Yeah, well, they normally say two of the same star signs don't usually get on, but like we're both.
Well, that's probably the case with like fire signs and that.
But
Pisces are water signs, and I'd say that's a little bit different.
Yeah, but you're on the cusp. You're Aquarius and Pisces.
It's the age of Aquarius.
So,
yeah, I'm still in Pisces, but I think 4 days either side of the date is considered the cusp, I think. I'm having a hard time reading that, but I don't really want to put my glasses on yet.
Oh, okay.
Loves astrology.
Astrology? Yeah, I don't follow a lot of astrology. I just
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
just know ours and the kids really don't know the true meaning of it all. Bleached is a Cancer.
A crab.
Gus is a Gemini.
You'd like to walk sideways, Mike? Got the little crab walk happening.
The crab shuffle. Oh, Turbo. See, I know with the different characteristics, is that how do you say?
Characteristic.
Of different star signs, of relatives on 4 different star signs, and Scorpio is fiery. And Annie Confetti's a Sagittarius. Hey June, welcome in.
My mum's a Sagittarius. Very bubbly and sociable and
stubborn.
A lot of people get along with her. Really
stubborn. That's the negative side of it. But that's like the Geminis too, because Geminis are 2 personalities.
You find, I've found over the years, nearly all Geminis I've come across are pretty intellectual, reasonably smart, well spoken. Another weird thing is most of them have got long fingers. That's why they reckon Geminis are good at playing piano.
Oh, hello, little man. Big Sky Dreamers, a Sagittarius.
Another Sagittarian. And what are you, Faron?
What star sign are you, Faron? Can you remember? You and Fisher are the same also.
Aries.
Well done, yes. So we've got 2 Aries also.
Our 2 youngest.
Yeah, the creak was the door. Also, we've got the air conditioner on in here, so hopefully that isn't playing up too much with the audio. But it's very hot outside, so we moved the aircon into the office.
That door doesn't usually squeak like that.
Needs oiling.
When you try to be quiet, it squeaks.
Hey, Deb's a Scorpio.
Hey,
And
there's
Deb says,
Deb.
hey.
Another Scorpio. My dad was a Scorpio, is a Scorpio. And my auntie's a Scorpio. What you doing? Making me cool.
My mum's an Aries and my dad's a Capricorn. In one door.
That was a quick
In
visit.
one door and out the other.
It's a funny little room we're in for the computer room. It's got a door on each side. It's I guess it was originally a veranda.
Yeah.
And then it got closed in as they built the house in a bit. So there's skinny rooms on this side of the house, and they've got a door on each end.
I could tell you how hot it is here. Just wait.
Oh, it's not bad today at all.
It's overcast today.
Today is so much cooler. It's heaps better today than it has been. Through the week, we've been getting higher temps.
Okay, today is only 87 Fahrenheit.
Only 87 today, so that's heaps nicer.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve, thanks for coming over, mate.
He says he has your playlist running.
Oh,
awesome.
thank you.
Very much. Yeah, we're about 280 hours away from hitting our 4,000.
Yeah, because they put that 4,000 hours watch time in YouTube. I mean, we've got the subs, 1,000 subs you needed, but we've got 1,300.
Yes.
And you also need a 4,000 hours watch time, and that's to get your AdSense or the monetization where you can put ads on. And we've already got it. But with the new changes, if we didn't hit the 4,000, we'd lose it.
Yeah.
Which isn't the end of the world. That's all right if we don't get it, but it would have been nice to keep it. So hopefully we can get it in the next
but if you don't
3 days.
Yeah, but I can't see as you're hitting it. But if you don't get it, you can just reapply. You know, you just apply for it. It just means you have to go through the hoops.
Yeah, we're not going to cry over it if we don't get it, but it would have been nice to hit it. So we'll see. We might get it yet.
So we're just trying to spice it up a little bit with
Ooh la la.
with extra live streams, and it's so much nicer to do live streams with the air conditioner.
Finally set up the aircon in this room yesterday.
Where's my hat?
With your help. Oh, where's your hat?
These are all wearing hats.
So yeah, it's because we've been reluctant to live stream in here for too long because it's so hot in this little room.
Like that, Faron.
What's that big sky dreamer said? 57.
57 Fahrenheit here with rain now for 2 days in southwest Arizona.
Hey, we just had rain in the last couple of days. We've had some afternoon storms come through. And so it's been stinking hot all day and really humid. We get about anywhere from 60 to 80% humidity normally around here. And so we've had that real stinking heat through the day. And then an afternoon storm come in, so Collette took a video of me.
I know, it's
singing and dancing around in the rain.
It's ready to go and ready to be put up. So hopefully I'll do that maybe later on tonight or first thing in the morning.
Wow, busy room.
I didn't realise you were live streaming.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Noel. What's up?
I'm finished until Tuesday. Now.
Okay, awesome.
Cool.
Everything's happening for me on Tuesday.
Yeah. It's
What do I
lovely.
get your hat too, mate?
15 Fahrenheit there. Walking in the rain.
I'm singing in the rain.
Snow for me in pictures only.
His
Yeah.
hair's growing now, eh, Debs? He's still got it shaved underneath. It's due to be shaved again. But he's...
Yeah, we do. We have the aircon on behind us, so it's butt end of the aircon is out the window. So you might get a humming noise.
It's the old window rattler.
Yeah.
It's fairly cool in here now though, so if it is making a noise we can turn it off.
Yeah.
So let us know if you're getting...
If it's
that
too
noise.
much noise for you, we'll just turn it off.
Thanks for that, Steve. Well, this is our first year on as well. This is our first year on YouTube. And it looks like we're going to just make that 4,000. So next year should be a bit easier. Yeah, don't do that, please, Faron.
Sounds like the fan hitting the mic periodically. You want to switch it off for a little bit?
Okay, it's on swing. I'll just turn it off for a bit.
There we go. Sounds quiet now.
It is.
Okay, he's gone. I'll take my hat off. There you go. Is that better, June?
And because it's Saturday here for us, Saturday afternoon, the kids are home, so we might see them periodically if they decide to come through.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't keep open and shutting the doors, letting the cool air out.
What wildlife frequents your yard? Here we've got the house yard with a house fence, and then that is set inside like a cow property, and that whole property is 200 acres.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you count the whole property, we get lots of things.
We've had possums, we've had bats, we've had snakes, rats. We get big water rats. We've had one inside before. What else? Bandicoots.
And we've got chickens and ducks, and if you have chickens or bird seed, you get mice as well. So with them, you get mice and rats, and then you get the snakes.
Yeah. What else? It's been a long time since I've seen a koala on the property. We get kangaroos, deers,
bugs.
Yeah.
Lots of different sorts of birds. We get woolly wagtails, galahs, a couple of rainbow lorikeets, scaly breast parakeets, the Queensland rosellas, crows, magpies, kookaburras, eagles, kites.
I saw a picture recently on Facebook of a baby crow, and I've never seen a baby crow before. It looks just like a little chicken.
Black and fluffy.
Yeah.
So cute.
Can't stand rats, so no chickens for me. And then we've got all our own animals because we've got a small hobby farm here too. So we've got our goats and ducks.
Oh, you can,
chickens.
Big Sky Dreamer, you can reduce the risk of mice and rats a lot just by keeping your food in metal bins.
Yeah.
We have metal bins or anything like that the rodents can chew through. So it's important that you keep your food in metal bins and try not to overfeed them so there's excess food lying around.
Wow. Turbofish says, how big is an Aussie deer? These corn-fed suckers get about 40 inches at the hip and usually weigh 130 to 170 pounds.
Yeah, that's not very heavy. That's only about 70, 80 kilos. Yeah, our deer get that big, mate. With red deer, if you want to Google them, I'm not sure of the exact measurements, but I know, you know, as far as the biggest ones get, but around here, the males are obviously bigger, and they're like just about the size of a horse, really.
Well, a few years back, well, actually, about 10 years ago, Grant swerved to miss a deer and ended up flipping the car and rolled the car for a while.
That was a forward drive. I slid on the roof about the length of a football field.
I'll have to dig up photos.
Yeah, I was lucky to get out of that alive that night.
I think we've talked about it before on one of our videos or one of our streams.
Yeah, I am sometimes, June. I really love exploring and coming into contact with the wild animals, especially the lizards. We get bearded dragons here. I've got a few videos of picking them up. They're really cute. They get about, I don't know, anywhere from a foot long to 16 inches maybe at the most.
Yeah.
And anything that's not venomous, any of the, like the pythons, those sort of snakes, I don't mind picking them up. I've had to move a few of those from chicken coops, and the neighbours get them in their sheds and I take them out for them and move them.
Oh, you got bit, stung by a scorpion once too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Building a tree house for their kids. A scorpion bit him on his finger. And just made you a little bit sick, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the wildlife's pretty cool though. The only things you really got to watch is brown snakes and red belly black snakes because they're so venomous. Apart from that, everything else won't really hurt you.
There's so much to see when we get there, guys. I'll probably be your most annoying guest ever, but I guess your parents too, you've probably been asked, what's that? Yeah. Or are we there yet?
Yeah, our 4 sons, especially our youngest one, he probably was more so than all the rest, eh? Just loves asking things and being explained everything.
Canberra is the capital of Australia, Mike. What is the capital of Australia? I forget. I will remember the Olympics watching it and I forgot. So
the Olympics were in Sydney. A lot of people, actually most people from the USA think Sydney's the capital of Canberra.
Yeah. Notice the heat with the aircon off now.
Yeah, it's starting to come in.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hey, Jen.
Okay, so we did name it Never Have I Ever, didn't we? Yes. Have you ever? Sorry.
Have you ever?
Have you ever?
Yeah. Out in the yard, normally in the house, we only get like daddy longlegs and black house spiders and a couple of different spiders, but nothing too big. But the other night we had one of the big crab spiders. We get big crab spiders that build massive webs of a night time outside, and they're a bit scary looking. And we had one of them came in the bathroom and built a big web. He was in the bathroom,
and like his web was straight in front of the mirror with where you go to wash your hands also. And the kids walked into him and like, did the spider dance.
I had to take him outside. I got a little stick and come in and got him and took him back outside, moving the spider around.
Yeah. But most spiders we just leave in the house. We have huntsmen, and they can get as big as your hand, probably even bigger. We've seen one bigger.
Probably like the Australian version of a tarantula.
Yeah, and they just walk around the walls and, well, they eat the insects.
They're not as thick and heavy as a tarantula. But yeah, I've seen them as big as my hand.
Mm.
And they're called huntsmen because they don't make webs. They actually hunt their food, so they'll chase it. They'll chase down the moths and the insects and catch them rather than sit in a web and wait for them. They go hunting.
But they're funny too, because like if they're on the wall, they'll and you go towards them, they'll sort of do the dance, and you don't know which way they're going to go, and you got to go one way and they go that way, and you go back the other way and they go that way. So you're doing a dance with the spiders.
But the only reason a huntsman would ever bite you is if you accidentally sit on it, or if they're in your shoe and you put your shoe on. So like when they bite you, it hurts, but it's not venomous.
The thing with that though here, Big Sky Dreamer, is we're in the middle of their land. Like the spiders and the critters and the bugs. We're just a house in the middle of an open paddock. So I'm not going to hurt them unless they hurt us.
And paddock's just Aussie word for like field.
Field. Yeah. Bush. So we're invading on their territory.
If you stop and look at it, just about everything serves a purpose. Like the spiders keep the mosquitoes and the bugs down.
Yep. And
then any spiders that are a bit lower, the chickens and everything outside will eat them.
There's only probably one critter that I don't like, and that's cockroaches. I don't like cockroaches.
Yeah.
Spiders are cool and great Me in the garage when I work on Mars. Kangaroos.
Yeah, reasonably often. Probably see kangaroos
Oh,
maybe twice a week.
You saw one the other day, you said, out the front racing the car.
Yeah, well, it's the same one. The mother had a joey. Because you don't get to see them all the time. You see the down the road here is only just out the front of our place. There's a mother and a joey. So we get to see it every few weeks or so, I guess. So you get to see it growing. And when I saw it yesterday, it was a lot bigger. And when I was driving, it sort of was hopping down the footpath of the nature strip beside me, and it was keeping up with the car, no worries. So it's getting bigger and faster now.
Hurry back, Steve. But there's normally a mob of them over next door, and I think
yeah. So they've got like patterns that they stick to. Next door, there's like a tip, a dump, and they come through every afternoon at the same time, about 5:30. So sort of, if you know their tracks, you can watch them pretty well.
What do I do when I see a cockroach? Normally grab a broom and sweep it towards the back door where the chickens are.
See,
so the chickens
as soon as
get
a cockroach gets anywhere near outside, the ducks or the chickens will eat it straight away.
Yeah, so they normally end up as chicken food.
Try not to use many poisons around here because, like, if the mice get poisoned, then the cats eat them, then the cats will get poisoned.
Yeah.
And even the chickens too, they will eat a dead mouse. Chickens eat meat too. They'll eat dead mice, dead rats. If anything's in the yard dead, they'll find it and they'll eat it.
Yeah.
A lot of people sort of forget that chickens and ducks and that also eat meat.
Well, they eat worms too.
Eat worms, grasshoppers, anything they can catch, they'll eat.
A bit hot now with that.
It is a lot hot with that aircon off.
And probably I could turn a fan on over there.
Yeah, little frogs,
Hey,
any of that sort of
tropics.
stuff. I mean, they're birds, so they eat all that sort of thing as well.
They were just impressed by your awesomeness because I couldn't handle the jealousy and croaked it. Okay.
All right. We've got some questions done up. We've never tried this one before. We like to, when we're doing a live stream, we'll either do Have You Ever or Trivia, or what else have we done?
Hey, Tara. You've done, I've just had mine, fun facts or factoids.
Yeah, all that sort of thing. We like to have something done up for our live streams, and today Collette did
Never
Have I.
So we've got our little...
And we want you to join in and answer these too. It's no fun if we just do it by ourselves. We want you to join in.
So, never have I.
Yeah, Tammy, we've got 2 cats here too, and then the little dogs, we've got a couple of small dogs that are Maltese Shih Tzu crosses, so they're almost the same as cats. And then my big boy, Diesel, the Great Dane. So we've got 4 dogs, 2 cats, all the chickens and ducks and that sort of thing. So I don't like to poison animals either because
hey, Puppy Brad,
there's a good chance something around here will end up eating it.
Yeah. Okay, never have I.
Never have I dyed my hair.
Dyed my hair. Have you ever?
I think we're better off saying have you ever.
Have you ever? Okay.
Okay, so we'll answer as well, and we want you to answer too if you want. Have you ever dyed your hair?
Yes. What colour have you done?
Yes, blonde.
Oh, it wasn't full on blonde like mine.
No.
More. Remember that time?
Hey, Fairy Frequency.
Hey, Fairy Frequency. Remember that time we tried to dye my hair blonde and you put yours in, and it went bright orange, and we had to go out that next day. Both our hairs went bright orange, and we had to go to his mum's place to see if she could correct it.
Yeah, we were going out somewhere.
We were going to Dreamworld. We were going to a theme park, and both our hairs were bright orange at this theme park because she couldn't get the ginger out of the hair. Hey, Laurie.
Welcome, welcome. Laurie, I'm Grant.
And I'm Collette. And together we're the Simple Joys.
We're husband and wife, and we've got 4 sons. We're in Australia, and a lot of our videos are about our animals and just the simple life on the farm here.
I have never dyed my hair black, though. I've never dyed my hair black. My natural colour is a goldish brown. So, yeah.
Tia Maria, golden brown. Drink it when the sun goes down. Can I open up these doors?
I know, it's hot here.
Oh, Diesel's there waiting to come in.
These act as a good fan now.
There we go. I had to turn the aircon off because it was making noise on the mic, so it's a bit warm in here now.
Yeah, Laurie's from Boston.
This shirt I got on Collette designed. It's got Diesel on it. That's Diesel there with his paw prints.
I might grab that fan.
And here he is here. Come here, big boy. Hello. Hey, hello, buddy.
It might be all right from a distance. There we go. Just to get some airflow.
Oh, tipped over, babe. Yeah, so thanks for joining us, Laurie. On our live streams, we normally either ask riddles or questions. Today we're going to try Have You Ever?
Yes, bright, shiny copper, red, plum, purple, ginger, other shades of red plus brunette.
Yeah, my mum's tried just about every colour under the sun.
Yeah. What is it? Mahogany.
Mum's done ash. She did some sort of weird green for a while. Reds, all different sorts of colours. Mum's always going through different colour hair.
Yeah, well, I go blonde now because it hides my greys. Okay.
No, he's not a Dalmatian, Tammy. He's a Harlequin Great Dane. He's a purebred Great Dane, but the Harlequin variety, that's the black and white ones.
Go lie down, mate. Okay.
He is about 170, 180 pounds, and he comes up to my waist, and he's just massive, but he thinks he's a lap dog. He's a big sook.
Have you ever baked a cake from scratch?
I don't think, maybe once I might have made one from a packet.
Have you ever baked a cake from scratch? Big Sky Dreamer says, she says, platinum instead of grey. Hey, Conklin.
Where is he? Hey, Conklin.
Tried to do it earlier.
Colette's just about to ban you, Conklin.
There you go.
Probably have to go out and come back in to see it.
I don't know. No, it should come up straight away.
Type something for us, Conklin. I want to see you.
I'll do the next one. Okay.
What's your answer?
Hello, Faron. Yep, I got him.
How about that? Look at that, Conklin. You're our first ever moderator.
Okay. Have you ever fallen down in public?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It was only a few years ago. I went to this little shop in the next town, and I went and
you've fallen down heaps of times.
I know, but this one I was actually quite embarrassed that I fell down because I went right over, and I ended up on my hands and knees in front of these old gentlemen sitting at a table. So
Deb's drunk again. Can't take her anywhere.
But yeah, I fall down quite often. They're all rushing. Oh, can I help you? No. I was just so embarrassed. It's not like one of those moments you look around and see if anybody saw you fall, because you know they saw you. Okay. Have you ever broken a bone? You've never broken a bone, Faron?
Faron, you don't want this one.
You've never broken a bone. It was
That
broken.
wasn't broken.
Have you ever broken a bone? No.
Yes, I've broken a few. Okay, everyone, what bones have you broken? I've broken 1, 2, 3, 4.
You did more than break one.
Oh, you cut that one off.
That's not counted as breaking one, is it? I cut this one off.
On purpose.
Have you had braces?
I thought we were waiting to see what bones people broke.
Oh, okay. Wrist.
Wrist would be a common one.
Oh, cracked her tailbone.
Cracked the tailbone.
Oh, collarbone.
Collarbone's a common one. I've seen a few collarbones broken, Conklin. You hear that pop, and then they go just ghostly white.
What about that guy? It's on one of our videos where he actually dislocates his shoulder for part of a show.
Oh,
And
he's an escape artist and a magician.
Escape artist, and he's in a straitjacket, and to get the straitjacket off, he dislocates his shoulder through the show.
You hear that pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can count that as a broke. I actually cut that one off. See, that thumb's a bit shorter. That was with a bandsaw.
Rebecca Fish cut his pinky off on our wedding day.
Part of his pinky. Who did Turbo did?
Yeah. And a year later, he almost lost the other one.
Are you trying to do anything to get out of that wedding? Jokes.
Okay. No to bones and no to braces. The ER didn't believe
I broke a couple of bones in my foot. Caught my foot in between a tree and the foot peg on my motorbike when I was younger. I broke a toe on the other foot when I was younger. And when I was really little, I broke my leg.
What's an Australian term for a moron? A moron?
Idiot.
Idiot. Wanker. Dickhead.
Off you go.
Come on, off you go. Now, please. Okay, so have you ever had braces? No.
Braces. No. We need 2 of these.
Thanks, Laurie. We'll just have to share it. Okay, have you built something out of wood? Yes?
What have you built out of wood?
I helped you build a chook pen. I remember from a very young age, I was playing with offcuts of wood and I made a plane and then practicing with hammers. So, yes, what have you made?
What have I made out of wood? Cubby houses.
Yes, 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 no. Yes, a clock. Oh, Faron Frequencies made a clock.
Chicken pens.
Tammy built her house.
Wow.
What else?
Well, that sort of outdoes a chicken pen, doesn't it?
Hey, in woodshop. Sorry, Turbo Fish.
I never did woodshop or manual arts.
I made a fruit basket in woodshop in high school.
There you go.
I did. I did metalwork too. I made a sandwich cutter.
Used to have when we were in high school, which is like junior high, I guess, for you guys.
Yeah.
Used to have woodwork and metalwork, and I never did any of that. I did home ec instead.
Yeah. I did both. Okay. Have you been to Disney World?
Bleach PC Mike said yes for braces.
A deck out of wood, bookshelves, wheelbarrows, planners, and sheds. Have you been to Disney World? No.
Never. No Disney World's over here.
No Disney World's here.
The closest we've got is a movie world.
A movie world, yeah.
Done by Warner Brothers.
Welcome back, Steve. Nope, never been to Disneyland.
I remember when we first met when we were teenagers, that very first conversation we had when I was playing the pinball in the squash court.
Yeah.
Our very first time we ever met and were talking, you told me then that you wanted to go to Disney World.
I wanted to go to California.
Disneyland in California.
Yeah. Wanted
How's
to.
that from memory? That
I
was 28
know.
years ago.
And I don't even know, because I had an auntie and uncle that went to America for a holiday, and back then I was house sitting for them, so it
But
was.
back then, that just like seemed like impossible and a world away to actually go to Disneyland. Now that we're older, it's not that impossible. It's you'd be able to go to America and go to Disneyland if you really wanted to.
An 19-hour plane flight. I don't know whether I could sit still on a plane for that long. I really don't know whether I could.
I don't know whether it's because of the technology now and the internet or because we're older, but the world seems like a much smaller place now than it did when we were teenagers.
Yeah. Yeah. Come to California World Tour 2018.
The Simple Joys World Tour.
It'd be expensive because look at all the states that you'd have to go and visit for over there. There's 52 states. There's 52, isn't it? Yes.
I think
52
so.
States. And
52 states in the USA, isn't it?
And then all the traveling and the hotel stays and.
We've only got 7 states. Oh, that's with the capitals and I mean the territories and everything as well, like Northern Territory, Canberra, all that sort of stuff. There's only 7 in Australia, but we're a big country because the state we're in is 4 times Texas. So the state we live in, Queensland, is 4 times the size of Texas, and then Western Australia is like double our size again. So as much, I think Australia is about as big as America with Alaska cut off.
Yeah.
So if you take Alaska off of America, that's how big Australia is.
Turbofish said it's a 19-hour flight from Lax. It's even longer from Chicago. Non-stop on Qantas, Sydney to Los Angeles, and then non-stop to Orlando by flying. Yeah.
Big flight,
It's a big flight. No wonder people get jet lag. 50 states and a couple of territories. Hey, Chad.
Hey, Chad. Welcome, mate.
Have you ever eaten a Krispy Kreme donut?
Yes.
And they are delicious. We don't get them that often, but
yeah,
they're so light and fluffy.
I only ever had my first one about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
They're starting to pop up in 7-Elevens and different, well, we call them servos, but you call gas stations. They're starting to pop up around the place now. We're starting to get a few more Krispy Kremes, but they're pretty rare to find Krispy Kremes. Eh? In the big cities like Brisbane and Sydney and that, you would have been able to get them, but not so much in the suburbs.
Tara loves them hot. We have just, I think they're frozen.
Oh, no, not frozen.
From the servo they are.
No, they're not frozen. They're just packaged in a airtight container.
Okay. But they're not delivered freshly, I don't think.
Well, when they first get there, they won't be.
No, I've never ever seen a Little Debbie cake. I don't know what a Little Debbie cake would look like or taste like. Or chocolate donut holes.
I bought a packet of chips today that's American pulled pork. I'm going to show you.
Raspberry. Yeah, I've seen Rick and Pam eat Debbie cakes and they like them. My favorite is just a chocolate icing donut. Just a plain donut with chocolate icing. Chocolate, all the chocolate ones, because you can get the strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. Yes, icing ones, and all the chocolate ones go first.
Oh, those.
Not before Pam and Rick. Deb. We don't have little Debbie cakes.
I went into the little township closest to us earlier today when I went to pick Faron up from the skate park. Hey, Kim, welcome in, mate. And while I was there, I stopped at the shop and grabbed some junk food because I wanted snacks for tonight in case we watch a movie or something. Collette said she was going to get a movie.
Yeah.
So I'll show you some of the, well, we call them lollies, but you probably call it candy. There's that first, Freckles. So they're like chocolate drops, big chocolate buds with the tiny little hundreds and thousands balls on top. That's those. Jaffas, they're an old classic. They're like a crispy little red shell and then chocolate on the inside. These have been around forever.
They're ones that people normally throw in at cinemas.
Well, they're a bit dear to be thrown around the cinema now, but when we were kids, they used to roll them down the aisles at the cinema. And when I was really young, remember they had that cinema in Ipswich? You had a balcony up top.
Yeah.
And people used to throw them from the balcony down onto the people below. Get a jaffa in the back of the head.
Thank you, Kim. He said he's running 4 playlists for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Kim. We're going to come really close. Hey, when we last looked earlier today in our morning, 280 hours we needed.
Yeah.
So we're going to come really close to that 4,000.
And this, Reese peanut butter cakes. Yummo.
So that was Jaffas. And then I bought these. I hadn't seen these before until a couple of days ago, and I bought a packet and I loved them.
They're a new flavour out. The American pulled pork.
So they're potato chips or crisps, whatever you call them. I know in the UK they call them crisps. I'm not sure. I think you just call them potato chips. We call them chips. American pulled pork. That's nice then. And these are other savoury. They're sort of like chips.
The biscuits, though, they're more like a cracker.
On the back it shows you other flavours you can get.
No, they're not pork skins. Archon said deep fried pork skins. No, they're
no, just potato chips. It's just they put a bit of pork, sort of pork flavouring on them.
Ruffles. So they're just.
Faron
chips.
wanted to try these. Yeah, just potato chips.
Hey, Mark. There's crisps in the UK, chips in the USA.
Yeah, we call them chips. Hey, Faron, did you want one of these, mate? I love my chippies, and that's a good flavour.
I'm not sure either, Kim. Oh, potato chips dipped in chocolate. Oh.
Kim Beerley sent us a friend package, and in that she had some chocolate covered pretzels from Texas. We love them.
White chocolate and icing sugar.
Lovely.
Yummo.
I might have to get on to Kim to try and get some more of them from Texas. She also sent those jalapeno brittle.
Yeah.
That
was nice.
Everyone tried them at Christmas. People loved it.
Okay, Fairy, have a good sleep. She said, wishing you all a beautiful weekend.
Thank you so much, Fairy, for calling in. It was lovely to see you. And thanks for pulling those cards for us the other night too.
Have you ever screamed during a movie?
Before Fairy goes, if you want to click on her, she does tarot card readings and pulls cards for the day and does affirmations and that sort of thing. If anyone's interested in that, she's a lovely woman.
She said the chip's as big as, he said the chip is as big as my hand. I've only got little hands.
It's good to have a woman with little hands.
Stop it.
Oh, thanks, Faron. You just dropped them on me.
Yes, to this movie screaming, The Exorcist. I would scream, but I don't watch a lot of scary movies. You watch a lot of scary movies. Do you scream?
No.
Where's your no button?
Scary movies aren't scary because you know it's a movie. Much scarier things in real life. All right, I'll pack them up so else I'll get carried away and there won't be any left.
He's the chippy monster. We call it the gobbled off.
It has that barbecue.
Ooh, chippy, chippy, chippy.
Yeah, a little bit like barbecue. It's a bit like our barbecue flavour, that pulled pork, but a little bit sweeter. I'll open them shapes after. I'll show you some of them.
That's a no for Faron. Tammy wants to know, can you sing an Elvis song?
Yeah, I can try.
No, honey.
Just off the top of my head with no words or music or anything. I don't know how I'll go.
He's trying to finish the chip in his mouth.
Yeah, I've still got chips.
Have you got a drink left? I've got a little bit of
Yeah,
coffee.
I've got coffee.
The lollipop lady.
Mike said,
Like a lollipop lady.
Mike said now he wants to not eat.
Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice. Say it's very nice and then you run. Little sister, don't you do what your big sister done. Well, I used to date your sister. I took her to the show. Along came Jim Dandy. They snuck out for some candy.
What else did they do?
I did something that they shouldn't have.
Night, Jennifer.
Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice. Say it's very nice and then you run. Little sister, don't you do what your big sister done. Well, every time I see your sister, oh, well, she's with somebody new. She's mean and she's evil like that little old weevil. Guess I'll try my luck with you. Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you? That's the first one that come to me head.
Hey, Manic. Don't you do it, sister.
Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love. Baby, it's just you I'm all thinking of.
Love me tender,
Love me true. All my dreams fulfill. You know, someone once said that the world is a stage, and on it each must play his part. Fate had me playing in love with you as my sweetheart. First came Act 1. You read your lines so cleverly and never missed a cue. Then came Act 2. Using the change, you acted strange, and why, I'll never know. But honey, you lied when you said you loved me, and I had no reason to doubt you.
These are the best.
Thank you, Tammy.
Oh, no. Someone stole all June's Elvis record.
Oh,
They ain't nothing but a hound dog.
yeah, I'm crying all the time. Well, they went and stole your records and they ain't no friend of mine. They said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Well, they said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no... Sorry, I Conklin, that I'm not putting my hips into it today. Not standing up.
Oh, she went to bed, Money. She's not long left. She might still be there. But she said good night to everybody.
Oh. Let's walk down to the preacher, bop, bop. Let us say I do. then you know I'll have you, and you know that I love you. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love. Baby, it's just you I'm all thinking of. Hey, hey. Teddy Bear, there's just so many good Elvis songs.
Have
But
you?
there's a couple. I hope that was all right.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Have you ever been to a professional sporting event?
Yes, I have.
I haven't. No, I've never been to a professional sporting event. Well, actually, Conklin, it was Dean Martin. He used to serenade me. The alphabet song by Dean Martin. What? A, you're adorable. B, you're so beautiful.
C, you're
Cute? I don't know. I can't recall. Yes, yes, yes. NFL, yes. In parts of the US, it's law. You went to, what was it, rugby league, didn't you?
That was the other thing. Kim Bealey sent us some cowboy cups for the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm in the process of doing a photo board with things that people have sent us, and it will go up on the back wall. I'm just got to organise it and rearrange it. Work for media department for Chicago Bulls, Blackhawks.
June saying about basketballers, they make normal people look like dwarfs, hey?
Yeah. June's only 4'11".
Same with them big wrestlers too. When you see the commentators in that interview, and the big wrestlers are just tower over them.
Manek said, Andy and I are hosting a slumber party for 9 teenagers. They all started arriving during your last live stream. Glad you're on again. Thank you. Someone's not going to have much sleep tonight. We're sleeping with one eye open listening. Have you ever slept till noon? Who hasn't?
And heaps of times.
After a late night or anything, you love a sleep.
Oh, some people can't sleep in. They wake up early all the time, but not me. I can sleep for as long as till someone wakes me up.
He can sleep from all night right through until 4 o'clock the next day. He's a big sleeper.
Yeah, if no one wakes me up, I just keep sleeping.
Yeah. I'm normally an earlier riser, but if I've had a very late night, yes, I'll sleep until 12. More so now that the kids are older.
Is there anyone that said no to that? Surely nobody said no.
Many times. I love a good sleep. It doesn't happen often enough. Yep, she may sleep till noon tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know how he does it.
And puppy breath, I can sleep anywhere.
He can.
Even on the floor, if I had to, I can sleep on the floor. I can sleep without a pillow. When I was young, like if I used to be out drinking or something, I could just sleep on the floor with a soda bottle as a pillow.
No, I can't. I have to have my bed. I have to have my pillow, and I have to have my blanket. If we go on holidays, I take my pillow, my blanket with me, because I just cannot sleep.
Not only that,
it.
any time of the day. Like if I went and laid down now, I could lay down for about 15 minutes and I'd fall asleep.
Yeah.
So I used to be really good at night shift. I used to work night shifts in factories because it doesn't bother me any time of the day or night. I can sleep. Hey, Rockin' News is here.
Conklin said, what's the rules? My rules. Can I ban anybody beating me in on trivia on Tuesday? We might have to revoke it for trivia, Conklin, so you'll be the only one answering. Hey, Rockin' News.
Haven't seen Rockin' News in ages. Welcome in.
Big Sky Dreamers said took a nap yesterday and thought it was the next morning because it was dark outside.
Yeah, it's weird when you wake up.
You wake up all disorientated.
Like, what day is it? What happened?
Yeah.
That's like yesterday when we were in the lounge room with everything shut up watching the TV. I got up and I expected it to be dark outside, and we walked out and it was still daylight.
Yeah, because we're in with the air conditioning, so we just expected it to be dark when we walked out, and it wasn't. But mind you, there was a storm coming too, so the sky was just completely white.
If anyone's just joined us, we're just chilling, just asking some relaxing, have you done this questions.
Hey, Joy.
So everyone's free to answer. Join in with the combo and answer if you've done these things. It's just a slight variation on the never have I ever game.
I'm the same, Joy. I have a fan going in my room all year to block out the noise. Yeah, I'm a very, very fussy. Well, I'm very fussy over a lot of things.
Colette's got to have a certain pillow. She can't sleep without the pillow. If the dog gets up on her bed or puts dog hair or dirt on her bed, she hates having that on her bed.
Animals on my bed is a big no-no. People with dirty feet, big no-no.
Whereas me, I like sleeping with the dog, especially our big boy Diesel. He's so big I can spoon with him. No. And he loves it.
I can feel the slightest bit of dirt on my bed and I'm up changing it. No.
We've got an extra bed in the house, so I'll often just lay down on that because I'm a bit of a restless sleeper. I move around heaps and I'm a heavy sleeper. So I don't wake up. I can roll all over the bed and push people around, and I've got a bit of weight behind me.
And plus, you like sleeping with Diesel.
And I snore.
And Diesel doesn't complain.
Diesel loves it. So a lot of the times I'll just lay down on that extra bed and Diesel will hop up with me, and he snuggles up real close to me. I love it. He's such a big boy.
No, I used to like having I grew up with cats, so I always had a cat on my bed, but not as an adult. I don't. I'm very fussy. I like my sleep and I like to sleep comfortably.
If anyone hasn't met Diesel before, he's the one on my t-shirt, and he's in the room now.
Behind you.
Diesel, come here. Come here. Hop up here. Hop up. Up, 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 I'm not usually allowed on people, so he's reluctant to hop up.
He's asking what I've got. What do you got? Yeah, what have I got, Diesel? Yeah, I'll show you here. You gonna sit for me? Sit. Good boy. You want to shake? Good boy. Not bad, eh? Another? Good boy. Come on. Good boy.
Look at those big ears.
Okay, out the way. I've got no more biggies.
And he's very close to 180 pounds, so when he leans up against you and pushes you, you really feel it.
Night, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Oh, Mark, I forgot too. I was going to bring up with you the Bala sharks. They can really jump. Hey, mine when we first brought them home, because they were already really big when I brought them home, and they jumped out the tank and he knocked himself around a lot. Hey, we nearly lost one.
Yeah,
man.
he hit his head on the one of the ornaments, and I think he gave himself concussion.
But they come good after that, and we had them for about a year. But then I just lost one. I think it might just be old age because they're over a foot long.
Yeah.
Anyway, good to see you, Mark. So thanks, mate, and we'll catch up soon.
He's staring. He was standing there staring at the packet, wanting more.
Oh, that was the shapes, everyone, as well.
Hey.
They're just like
mate.
a savoury snack, a bit like a potato chip, except they're baked. And they come in all different shapes. Like the barbecue flavour is a hexagon. These ones, cheese and bacon, have got the curved edges. Chicken crimpies are an oval shape.
Night, Conklin.
Diesel.
Okay, have you ever, hey Nippy,
Hey Nippy, thanks for coming in.
opened a Christmas present early?
Have you ever opened a Christmas present early? Yes.
Yes. I used to sneak, my parents used to hide them in their wardrobe, and I used to sneak in there and have a look at them before they wrapped them, and then act so surprised when it came Christmas morning. I was a terrible child. I hate surprises. That's my biggest thing. I hate surprises.
Do you bake them, Big Sky Dreamer? Do you bake the dog treats in the oven?
Look, yes, yes, yes. Oh man, yes.
Yeah. Even our boys too. We always let them open at least one the night before. Hey.
Yeah. No, I didn't open them. Okay. Have you ever played Scrabble? I love Scrabble.
Who hasn't played Scrabble?
And at the moment, we are loving playing Words with Friends. And it's so good.
It's funny how times have changed though, because like when we were young, we used to sit down and play Scrabble with each other.
And
when we were
Upwords.
like 20,
Yeah.
in our early 20s. We used to sit up and play Upwords and Scrabble. And now we've got Words for Friends on our phone, and you'll be in one room and I'll be in another room, and we're playing against each other on a phone.
Yeah. Because through my pregnancies, I suffered from insomnia. And so would spend so much time playing card games or Boggle or Scrabble or
I don't know if you got
Upwords.
Boggle in the USA. It's about half a dozen, no, it might be 9 dice with all letters on them inside a dome, and you shake it up, and when they land, you have to make words out of all the letters. I used to love that.
Remember, we had one neighbour that lived next door to us.
Oh,
And
he's such a cranky old bugger, though.
his bedroom window used to be, because like in suburbia, you're all crammed in together. His bedroom window used to be near our kitchen table.
Oh, mind you, there's still a good
Yeah, there's
6 to 10 yards in between the houses.
And because we'd be up late, because I was pregnant, being up late playing board games, he would crack up. The neighbour would
I'd
crack
see him
up.
the next morning. How you going? His name was John, eh?
Yeah.
How you going, John? I said, I'd be a lot better if I could get some sleep of a night time instead of listening to you guys rattle dice around. Okay, mate.
But one year also, we were playing Christmas music, and
How you going, John? I'd be all right if you turn that music down.
it was Christmas music.
Christmas carols.
And we lived next door to the Scrooge.
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck.
How you going, John? I'd be all right if your cat stayed out of my yard.
Yeah, it was just nothing better to do than complain.
Okay. How you going, John?
That face exactly.
Oh, he was shocking.
Have you ever rolled down a hill?
Lots and lots and lots and lots of times.
Yes.
Sometimes I was even sober.
Scoops and ladders.
Snakes and ladders, yeah. I used to play snakes and ladders when I was real little.
Have you ever toilet papered someone's house?
No.
No.
Not really done here
You
in Australia, is it?
Get into huge trouble if
Wouldn't want them to catch you.
No. Never toilet papered someone's house.
Only ever seen that on TV in American sitcoms,
Yeah.
and mainly for Halloween. But yeah, that's never been a thing here in Australia.
Yeah, you'd get into so much trouble. That's right, there was rat bags going around and egging people's houses.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Although what we used to do when I was young and a teenager, we used to call it rockin' roofs. And you'd pick up a stone or a rock, and you'd wait until you were just past the house, because we used to walk around the streets all the time, and you'd throw the rock onto their roof, and nearly everyone had tin roofs, and you'd hear it hit the top of the roof, rattle all the way down the roof until it landed in their gutter, And as soon as you threw that rock, you started running.
Ran.
Because they'd be out that front door and after you. And it was good if you're with a group of mates, you wouldn't let them know you were doing it. You'd get a little bit ahead of them, turn around and throw the rock and start running, so you had a head start on them. So at least if someone caught you, it'd be your mates. But that's what we used to do as kids. Or if you were really game, you'd go up and ring the doorbell or knock on the door and then start running.
There was a while back when we lived in suburbia, they were knocking trash cans over. You remember?
Oh yeah, that's no good though. I mean, that puts rubbish everywhere.
I know. Remember that car that
A
hit
car come down the hill and knocked over every bin.
every single bin. You went out there and confronted him at one stage and asked him to pick him up, didn't you? I'm sure one stage you did.
It sounds like me. If it was me, you would have.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
I can't remember that, but it sounds like something I'd do.
Have you ever laughed so hard you cried? Often. I have a tendency to cry at anything. Just I laugh and I cry. Waterworks come out my eyes. I threw toilet paper out the window once into the tree with wind. Oh, yes. Thanks, Tammy. G'day, mates. Aussie shooter.
Hey, Aussie shooter. Thanks for coming over. I was in a live stream with Aussie shooter last night.
Oh, were you?
G'day, g'day. Aussie shooter, I'm Grant, and this is my wife Collette. We're in Queensland, about an hour and a half from Brisbane, and Aussie shooters in Western Australia.
Oh, cool.
Over in Perth. Just to keep the chat a bit interesting, Aussie shooter, we're asking, have you ever questions?
Okay. Have you ever burned yourself with a curling iron?
I can safely say never. Never ever.
Normally on my arm or on an ear or... Have you ever gotten seasick? I'll give it a time first.
No, not really. I have had that. Has anyone ever had that feeling if you've been out on the sea all day, or if you've been in the waves all day? Because I had this when I was swimming at the beach all day. When we went camping that night, I lay down. It felt like I was still in the waves. Have you ever had that?
No.
There's a technical term for it. It's when you lay down, or when you come onto dry land, you still feel like you're on the ocean. You've got that motion happening in your head. I'm
like that on those spinny things. I get terribly sick on those spinny toy things at parks.
Like in the kids' playground.
Yes. And one day he said, sit on it and I'll spin you. And he span me and I was almost throwing up. I was like, stop, stop. And then...
And the more she said it, the more I laughed because it was just funny.
But that's like...
She's going round and round and round and round.
I can't do it. Even just on a normal swing, if I'm on a normal swing, I'll get motion sickness from a swing. But
our puppy breast said she's had that too, land legs, yeah.
Yeah. Aussie shooter said he's been subbed to us for yonkles.
Oh, okay.
I've seen heaps of your bits.
Awesome, thank you.
But to go on a boat or anything, I haven't had any seasickness, but I have motion sickness when it comes to kids' rides at parks.
Aussie shooter's probably the only one in here who knows all these things I held up before. I held up a packet of Freckles, Jaffas, Shapes, and Smith's chips.
Got car sick sitting in the back seat.
I never used to get car sick at all as a kid.
No. And our kids have never gotten car sick either.
Oh, I get sick of
Our kids are always really good travellers too. They never used to whinge about how long, or they never used to be, are we there yet?
I think,
are we there yet?
We did to be silly.
Yeah.
just to have fun.
I think your mum was amazed once. I think Faron might have been only about 6 weeks old, and we took him in a car ride from here all the way up to, I don't know, it was a 4-hour drive. No, it was Gander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up past Nanango.
Yeah. And she was amazed how well they sat there without not a peep out of them.
Yeah, 4 hours in the car.
4 hours in the car.
We were scared too.
You're only little.
But 4 hours doesn't get you that far in Queensland. You can drive for 4 hours easy.
Can I please have one?
Yes, you may.
Can I open the jaffas, mate? Is there a special place on the packet to open them?
Have you ever eaten food that fell on the floor?
Yeah.
Who hasn't? As long as it's a quick
5-second rule.
5-second rule.
It depends how tasty it is. If it's really tasty, you can up it to 10-second rule.
Well, actually, it all depends on what it is. I wouldn't eat an egg dropped on the floor.
That's probably because you still remember Osmosis
Jones. Anybody seen Osmosis Jones? He got really sick.
It's an old animated movie. It was a really good kids movie.
If I drop a sandwich, how I pick it up and eat it?
5-second
but you weren't keen on the sandwich to start with, probably. That's why I reckon it depends more on how much you like the food you drop.
Or where it's been dropped. I wouldn't drop it
at the zoo.
At the zoo or in the
gutter.
No.
At school when people drop stuff on the concrete.
On the footpath in town. But if it's in your house or on the ground,
if it's
the
just
footpath at the park.
No, I don't know.
In the public toilets.
No, I don't think I could eat it anywhere outside of our home.
If you drop a jaffa in the toilet, you'll be chasing
it. I would never eat anything that fell on the floor.
I still reckon it comes down to how much you like what you dropped.
No, my floors are fairly. I do my floors twice a week.
And if it's sticky, like if dirt or hair sticks to it, you won't be eating it.
I like if you drop stuff on tiles, it's better, but on carpet, it's not.
Yeah.
The dog, yeah. You got to be quick around here if you want to pick up food off the floor too. Big Sky Dreamer with the 4 dogs.
It would all depend on where it's been dropped.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, well, speaking of dogs, have you ever shared a sucker with a dog?
What a weird question.
Well,
No, a lolly.
Oh, they're called lollipop suckers, I think.
I have never eaten or shared a lollipop with my dog.
I imagine that's what they're talking about with suckers. I've never heard that word for candy, is it? We call lollipops a little candy on a stick. Is that a sucker? I reckon it is.
Yeah. It's like this.
A lollipop.
You want my lollipop?
Who on earth shares their lollipop with a dog?
I don't know. I can't even stand a dog licking me.
No, I don't like it either. But I have been talking, and a dog comes up to you and licks you, and it's gone in your mouth. That's gross when their tongue goes in your mouth.
Diesel does a fake lick. Diesel will come up really close to you.
It looks like he's going to, but he doesn't.
Looks as
He
if
goes,
he's going to.
But in the air right next to you. He doesn't try and lick your face. He just does like a mock one.
Yeah.
Close enough to taste you.
I don't know why he does that. It's like he's pretending to lick you.
Lily will lick if you're just gotten out of the shower, she'll lick your legs because of the water on your legs.
Super gross if they actually lick your mouth. Some people love it though. You see them kissing their dog and the dog licking their mouth.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes later you see the dog licking their private.
I know. It's just terrible. Have you ever been in an accident?
I've been in lots of accidents.
Yes. Nothing severe. You have though.
Yeah, I've been in a few good ones.
He's been in lots.
Toilet accident.
Hey, you asked you.
Faron said toilet accident. Who hasn't had a toilet accident? Everybody has.
Yeah, I've been in a rollover too, Big Sky Dreamer.
Yeah.
That shakes you up a bit, eh? It's a bit weird when you go upside down.
Comes back this way. Diesel, move.
What's your paws, Diesel?
No, it's his back.
Diesel, up you get, mate. When you have an accident in a car here it costs more to repair it than it would to buy another car the same. They call that a write-off. The insurance writes it off. It's not worth fixing. So I've been in 2 write-offs. And
The surf was
and then
a
a
write-off.
number of smaller accidents as well.
The surf was a write-off. The Pajero was a write-off.
How was the
Those
7-seater? Yeah.
Big Sky Dreamer said, sure does. It's surreal.
Yeah, time slows down. Everything goes super slow. That adrenaline kicks in. When I was sliding upside down in the car, the roof kept pushing down on my head and I was getting lower and lower, squashed down behind the steering wheel. And because the car was all crumpled up, when I finally came to a stop upside down, I undid my seatbelt and I didn't move. I was still upside down, but I didn't drop it all because the roof was right up against my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I was all cramped up behind the steering wheel and couldn't even get out. I had to really push and scrape all the top of my head and cut it up a bit more just to get out so I could breathe.
Sad thing though, Tammy, we brought a car for $10,000, but it was a import, and we couldn't get insurance on it. So
we could, but it was apparently going to take a broker to do it. Yeah. It was a bit more mucking around, and we hadn't done it yet.
And Grant hit another car and wrote the car off. So we
10 grand out the window, and that was the last of our money too. We never spent that much on a car before. The only reason we did was because I got a payout many years ago when I cut that thumb off at work, and it was their fault because it was a blunt blade, and I'd asked to get it replaced and they wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up getting a small payout, and when I did, I bought some furniture, some white goods like washing machine, fridge, and then the car, and that was all the money gone.
Yeah.
And didn't get around to insuring the car yet and wrote it off, so that was 10 grand out the window. And then we didn't have a car, so I had to get loan money to go and get a car again.
Yeah. But it happens.
But I walked out of it alive, so we couldn't complain about anything. I still had my life, and I can still walk around. I wasn't in a wheelchair, so I'm happy. It was only money and only a car.
Yeah. Night rockin' news.
Night rockin' news. That's enough too, mister.
Yeah, the other boys haven't had any yet.
Oh, that's all right. Thanks, Mike, but it's okay, mate. I've been in a few accidents and lost out a few times, things like that. An off-duty policewoman run into me once in my brother's car, and it was her fault. She was flying. She come speeding over the hill and crashed into me, and she got out the car and blamed it on me, and the police come and took reports, and she lied about it, and I ended up like 15,000 in debt over that.
Yeah.
But it happens.
And he got rear-ended by somebody going 65 miles per hour, tossed into an oncoming traffic, and a truck hit us going head-on, going at least 50. Can't believe that they're here today.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Any competitive, and then sometimes people have funny little accidents, not even half as bad, and it takes their life.
Mm-hmm.
It really makes you wonder. I think there's got to be such thing as a little bit of destiny and not your time to go, eh?
Okay.
But I'm glad you're still with us, Annie Confetti. Especially for your hubby and your daughter. Awesome.
Okay.
Hey, he opened these Jaffas. That's what a Jaffa looks like. Tiny little red ball. You want to bite it in half? Oh.
Oh,
I asked Collette to do it because I haven't got my bottom teeth in. And that's it inside, chocolate. So it's a hard, crispy shell on the outside and then chocolate on the inside. That's Jaffa's. Oh.
okay. Have you ever had chicken pox?
Have you ever had chicken pox?
Yes. I've got chicken pox scars too. Have you got chicken pox scars?
No. I didn't even get scars from shingles.
Hey Shannon.
Hey Shannon.
I did. I got.
Hey Shannon, is it your birthday today? Is it today or tomorrow?
Yep, they've all had chicken pox. I got scars. I got scars. The needle scar on my arm. Also.
Shannon, was that a yes for chicken pox or your birthday?
Sweet dreams, June. Have a good weekend.
Thank you very much, June, for joining us. We'll catch you next time, hopefully.
Both of us have had shingles also.
Just get a vampire to bite you, Mike.
Yes, the 17th. So today. Happy birthday.
Awesome.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shannon.
What?
Shannon! Where are you going? Happy
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Shannon.
It's all right. It was my dad's birthday at Christmas in 1 year, and he started singing because he had no idea. My sister brought out a birthday cake, and it was Christmas, so we all started singing happy birthday. And when it got to saying the name, he said, Jesus, happy birthday, Jesus.
Well, I wasn't privy to it. Nobody told me. It wasn't his birthday. It was Christmas, so it was Jesus' birthday.
It was so funny.
I thought, oh, this is awesome. And, you know, no one's religious in that family at all. So as soon as I've said, happy birthday, dear Jesus, everyone's just gone, what?
We burst out laughing. Oh, dear. Yeah, 16 days late for my birthday. Happy belated birthday.
How old today, Shannon? You must be about 62.
He's not that old. I think he's a little bit older than us.
I thought he was about the same as us. I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm 45 in 3 days. Happy birthday, dear Shannon. Happy birthday to you. Why was he born so beautiful? Why was he born at all?
There's been a lot of birthdays. February. My birthday's February the 1st. It turned 54.
Ah. You're February the 1st, Shannon's February the 17th, and I'm February the 20th. My birthday's the same day as the cutoff time for YouTube's 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Have you ever shopped at Home Depot?
Well, there is no Home Depot.
No.
I don't even know what Home Depot is. What is Home Depot?
Home Depot would, I don't know.
Is it like a Costco?
I don't know. Is it like a big?
Just started to get a Costco here and there in Australia.
So what's Home Depot?
Home Depot. Sounds like a hardware shop.
Hmm. It's hardware, home improvement. Oh, so it is a hardware shop.
Okay.
So it's like a big Bunnings.
Okay, like
It'd
Bunnings.
be like Bunnings.
See, years ago we used to have a lot of different hardwares, like Mitre 10. Well, we still have, but the others aren't. The others have been smashed by Bunnings has overtaken them.
Yeah.
Used to have, hey Fisher.
Yeah.
Used to have Mitre 10 home hardware.
Yeah.
Used to have little independent hardware stores all over the place too.
Yeah, we have a place called Bunnings here. That's like your home depot, I guess.
It's a massive chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have just absolutely huge factory type buildings for retail outlets.
Mm-hmm. Aww.
Oh, Shannon.
Have you ever spied on your neighbours? With Ben and Esme Watson peering through the screen door or hiding behind curtains? That was more when we lived in the city.
Oh, in the city, most of the time you wish you didn't know what your neighbours were up to. Hear them fighting and carrying on all the time.
Mm-hmm. There's nobody to spy on out here.
Spy on the cows.
Need binoculars.
Although our neighbours have got binoculars and I reckon we get watched.
Yeah, we get watched. But that's all right. We're not doing anything that is worth watching. Spy. Do you spy on your neighbours, Tammy?
Spy, watch, peek on them.
Shannon's looking at his right now through binoculars. Yeah, I know for a fact that one of our neighbours does with binoculars. Have you plucked eyebrows? Yes. No.
Never ever.
Oh, Turbofish fell asleep.
He's tired.
I pluck mine all the time, or I go and get them waxed.
You really tired, Turbo, or are we just really boring?
He's asleep already.
Oh, did Annie tell you?
Yeah.
What's worse, getting them plucked or waxed?
I reckon plucked.
Yeah, but plucked, it's only one single hair at a time.
I prefer getting
Waxed, they take a few off at once.
I prefer getting them waxed because
I'm talking to Fisher beside me.
I prefer getting them waxed because it's over and done with. Whereas if you stand there and having to pluck it, I get this one long one right here. It grows out. I've got a little mole there.
Grows straight out in the middle of a mole there.
And I have every few months I have to pluck it, and like sometimes it's that long.
Longer than my whiskers.
Yeah.
I've got a few whiskers now. I don't usually let them go this long. I was thinking about growing it, but I don't know.
Have you ever ridden in a limo? No.
No.
Have you ever ridden in a limo? Nope.
What a dream, though.
They do.
Why? If you don't know what you're doing in your own yard, someone else does.
Yeah. Oh, Big Sky Dreamer had a boyfriend who was a limo driver.
No?
Mike's plucked, cut, and waxed and shaved before.
What about your eyebrows, though? I've never been waxed anywhere.
You've been shaved, though.
Yeah.
I've shaved you. Call me driving Miss Daisy. Have you ever had a pet fish?
Yeah.
Yes. Pet fish.
I didn't have fish when I was a kid, but I got plenty now.
I had fish when I was a kid.
Mhm.
I had a fish when I was
Just
young.
goldfish.
Yeah, just goldfish.
You get
Little mollies.
once you gave me a fighting fish,
Mhm.
but it died.
Yes, yes, they've had fish. Hey, Jacqueline.
Hey, Jacqueline.
Have you ever lied about your age? No.
Yes.
No.
I'm proud of
Oh,
my age.
yeah, actually, when I was young, getting into pubs and nightclubs.
I never went to, because our drinking age here is 18. And to get into any nightclub ventures or anything with alcohol, you have to be 18.
I think your age there in the USA is 21.
21.
In
yes.
Australia, it's 18.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, they weren't very strict. A lot of the bouncers and people that let you in would just ask you your birth date and your birth year. So I just practice it 2 years ahead. I used to get into nightclubs and pubs and stuff when I was 16. I used to go drinking.
Yeah. Night, Steve.
Night, Steve. Thanks for coming over, mate. Enjoyed your company.
Yeah, I never went.
Don't worry about that other stuff. It'll blow over, buddy.
Yeah, I never went to any nightclubs or anything until I was 18 of age. My favourite
Who
fish
took you
was
there?
fried.
Who
Yeah.
took you into those places?
You. Tammy says
I used to
yes.
try and get her to go with me before she turned 18 and she wouldn't.
Nope. Yes, I do. I'm 54, but I tell them I'm 21 times.
So I have lied that I was older when I was not legal drinking age, but I've never lied to say I was younger.
Shannon's only lied to get into an R-rated movie.
Mm-hmm. To buy Boone's Farm wine, Mike.
Have you
Strawberry wine.
Have you ever brought something at a yard sale? Love yard sales.
Have we ever?
Have we ever? When do we never?
Pretty much.
We buy heaps of things from yard sales, thrift shops, second-hand shops, junkyards,
You can just wait a little bit.
online groups.
How long?
Another hour. If that.
We won't be on that.
Have you ever fired a gun? No.
Nope.
Yes.
Where's your thing? No. Never fired a gun.
Yeah, I fired a gun a few times.
I want to.
When I was these kids' age, I used to have an air rifle. But most kids did back then. Had little air rifles, or what they call slug guns. You just pump down the barrel and it'd compress the air down. Put your barrel back up and your little lead slug in the end. And then your air would shoot it out.
Compressed air.
Yeah. So heaps of kids had them, and then as I got older, you know, other people I knew had 22 rifles and 303s.
It's going fuzzy. There we go.
But yeah, not these days, not with all the new gun laws.
Okay. Have you ever been ice skating?
Yes.
Loved it.
Once.
We went once. We went on a day ice skating once, and I smiled that much that my face was frozen from smiling. I loved it. I don't even know whether it's still available, whether you still can go ice skating.
Yeah, of course you can. They still have a nice skating ring down there.
It will hurt now if we fell.
Did you fall a few times?
No, I didn't, because I used to roller skate a lot, and it's very similar to that. But yeah, I loved it when I was younger.
More on flea markets. Yeah, we used to go to the flea markets every weekend and buy stuff, and then I used to go to the flea markets every weekend and sell stuff for a long time too.
you hid on Halloween because you had no candy for kids? No.
No.
So have you ever hid, not open the door for trick-or-treaters because you had no candy for kids? No.
Halloween growing up around here was just about non-existent. Or
Yeah.
trick-or-treating was anyway.
So, anybody home?
Especially where we live now, they'd never be game to come up through all the fields and
No.
up the big long driveway and through the cows.
Well, it's very dark. Yeah.
They'd
Out
have
in the
to
paddock.
walk a while to get here.
Years ago, when we lived in the suburbs closer to the city, I set up was that for Halloween? I set up the scary man in the garden,
Yes, and we ordered,
pizza. And the man who delivered the pizza come around.
But we also forgot that he was coming, didn't we? Because like we ordered it, and then we were sitting down watching a movie, and then he came and knocked out the door.
Didn't particularly do it to scare him,
No.
but geez, it worked out well. He got
Yeah.
such a fright.
Yeah.
So they had like a ghost type figure set up in the garden, and he walked straight past it to come to the door, and then when he was walking back towards it, he just went weak at the knees, didn't he?
He did, and stumbled back towards the stairs. Have you ever been in hospital? Yes.
We all have.
A few times.
Yeah. I hadn't been in hospital until I started having kids. And then I had kids, and then I've been in hospital heaps over the years.
So not
You
for
don't
another
really
hour.
give out rocks, do you, Shannon?
Wrap them up in lolly paper.
Make real mud pies for them. Mud cakes.
So I can't play it.
No, not yet. That's correct. Have you ever made a prank call? No,
This room can be cheeky. Back answer with that noise.
I have never made a prank call.
Me neither. Too scared to.
You and Nag instead of asking, and then you gave that response.
Can you put that in the bin, please? Thank you. Have you ever made a prank call, babe?
Yeah, heaps. Stay out now, mate.
That's a yes for him and a no for me.
Lots when I was a kid. When I was young, I was a rap act.
Have you ever been sick on your birthday? Not that I can recall.
Probably, chances are.
If you, as a adult, maybe.
I bet I had a few hangovers on my birthdays over the years.
Big sky dreamer.
Tammy using the old one. Ask if the fridge was running.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better start chasing it.
Big sky dreamer when I was young, called people and told them I loved them. Amazing reactions. Have you ever gotten a tattoo? Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe. Only got one tattoo. No. Jacqueline, yes.
You gonna tell them what your tattoo's for?
A black ribbon for melanoma. I can never get the camera angle right. There. Black ribbon for melanoma.
And what's melanoma?
A skin cancer. Shannon, no tattoos. I'd like to get another one with something in relation with Grant, and I'd like one with my sister too.
I'd love heaps more. I just can't afford them.
Yeah.
Costs too much to get good tattoos.
I think with that one, I'd like to get some colour added onto it, maybe roses or something around my ribbon.
Just put his mouth on my shoulder.
Oh, what a cute little picture.
Hello, my diesel boy. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here.
Oh, Shannon.
We should do a GoFundMe, Shannon. Get a big Simple Joys tattoo across your forehead.
Have you ever had food come out your nose?
Yeah.
Yes.
It
And it's
stings.
terrible. It burns.
Maybe we could start off little, Shannon, and just get TSJ on you.
Yeah, a TSJ would be nice. TS. My hand's sweaty.
I would think about getting a Simple Joys tattoo next.
Might have to design one. Might have to.
I would really love a marine theme sleeve, do my whole arm. Get Colette's face on a mermaid. Get an octopus around the back, seaweed, coral down the bottom.
He says, do I have to have it put on? No. A tramp stamp, Shannon.
Tramp stamp across your lower back.
That's what they call a
Yeah.
tramp stamp.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you had a massage?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we went to a health retreat many years ago.
A long time ago.
Grant and I don't really go on holidays. We've only been on two weekends away in the whole of 22 years.
Since kids.
Since kids, we don't.
We don't like to leave our kids with anyone.
No. So so about probably 6 years ago, Grant's sister gave us a health retreat voucher for our night away, and we went there and had a massage, and that was my first ever real massage.
When I was working, because I did a lot of labouring when I was younger, and at the end of the week, your body was just absolutely haggard.
Yeah.
So I used to try and get a massage at least every 2 weeks, just to try and put my back into line and everything. And I absolutely loved it. I love a really hard massage.
Yeah, that's right. We've never been on a honeymoon either, so we don't get to.
One day.
We don't get to spend a lot of one-on-one time with each other.
Well, if we're ever going to make it happen, we really have to start putting a couple of bucks away, even if it's $5 a week or something, and then by the time we're 50, we might be able to afford it.
So,
but I think we really need to go to the snow.
I know. I'd like to go to the snow with just you and I, but then we've got the kids saying, no, you have to take us with us. So
Colette's never seen snow in her life.
Yeah. One day. I do want to go on a holiday this year to the snow. I want to see the snow. Okay, have you
Well, you remember that question in our stream earlier? Would you rather lotto or true love?
Mm.
You might have to choose lotto.
Oh. Yeah,
I think lotto. You already got true love.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I'm the same. The only people that have looked after my kids over the last 10 years is Brant's mum, and
that's not often.
That's not often. And my sister when she comes to stay. Other than that, nobody else. Okay. Have you ever locked keys in the car?
Yes.
No. Where's your sign?
Unfortunately, I've done it a few times.
No, I haven't.
I haven't done it in a long time.
No, you've been really good.
Touch wood. I did it a lot more when I had other substances and I was much younger.
And you are always losing your wallet.
Yep. And same thing. I haven't done that in
Losing
a long
wallet
time.
and keys.
Wallet and keys.
Have you ever?
Sometimes I'd even lose my shoes or thongs. Come home with no thongs on.
And hats.
Yeah.
Hats. How
I
many?
occasionally still lose a
You
hat.
do. That's like you'll say he'll go visit his mum and he'll go there and he'll leave his hat there.
Well, I'm old school too. If I visit someone or I go into someone else's house or something, I always take my hat off as a sign of respect.
Yeah.
So I often leave them laying around.
Okay. Have you ever ridden a horse? Yes, but not in a very long
Yeah,
time.
it's been a long time. Yes.
Yes.
How many horse riders have we got in here? I want to see the answers.
I think the last time I rode a horse, I was about 17.
That long?
That long.
Actually, we drove when we were driving the other day. We drove through a smaller town on our way to the city, and there was a guy crossing the road on a horse. Oh, I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah. Nibby says there's a lady in my town from Australia. Can't understand a word she says, but you guys, I can understand.
Yeah. You can get it. Depends a little bit. Some people have got a heavier accent.
Yeah. There's a guy. We watched Celebrity Big Brother and Shannon Knoll.
No, I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. And there's the singer Shannon Knoll, and I really have a hard time. He's Australian, and I have a hard time understanding him because when he speaks,
He's more of a bushwhacker, like
Yeah.
he's a sheep farmer from out the sticks.
but I know what it is. When he speaks, he doesn't open up his mouth far enough, so it's more of a mumble. And so it's it
But
doesn't.
his accent's fairly broad.
Yeah. But a lot of it's got to do with putting the effort in and making your vowels and everything.
See, if you're from out west or out back, probably got that more broader Aussie accent. It depends where they're from, I suppose.
But see, Aussies too are lazy when it comes to saying words. We shorten things a lot.
We make an effort because we've got so many people from the USA as friends on YouTube. So we've really adjusted a lot, and we don't use anywhere near as much slang here as we do in day to day.
And if we try and make it that if there isn't something that you don't understand, we try and make it that we'll try and reword it so you can understand it.
But just from talking to people over the last year on YouTube too, I'm sort of, I know certain words people don't understand, so I just use their version of it.
Yeah. So if there's anything at any time that you don't understand, please say, and we'll try and reword it.
No, she was saying she understands.
Yeah, no, I'm
our
just
accent
saying
good.
in future, like because there's other people, and we have come across where the.
And see, even some Australian women, to me, they sound a bit rough. Like their accent makes them sound a bit rough. And Colette's never been like that. I remember when I first started going out with Collette as a kid, a lot of people in my family thought she was a bit posh.
A bit.
Like snotty, but it was just the way she speaks. She actually speaks a little bit better.
I think too, because I have lived in other parts of Australia.
Yeah.
And I know Adelaide is their English is very like.
They're more English.
Yeah, you have to round your vowels. So.
How now, brown cow?
Yeah, so I think that has helped a little bit.
The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plains.
Okay. Have you ever been lost? Yes.
Yeah.
And just recently, okay, with technology, when we've gone to pick up Faron.
That's not really lost.
The story
That's just not being able to find somewhere.
But the story is, have you ever been lost and gone to turn your GPS on your phone and had no reception on your phone to find where you are? That's
Well, we never had GPSs growing up. Everyone used to carry what they called a Refidex, a little book of maps in the car when I was growing up. And that's what you had to look up. You had to look up the map, see where it was, and then go and find it.
I know, but now
people just rely on GPSs way too much.
Like, we were so lost. Well, he says we weren't lost, but we were a little bit lost.
Nah.
I
knew where we were.
Yeah, and we drove, And like you go to turn on your GPS to find out where you are, and there's no reception, so you have to drive around till you get reception.
And that just makes you more lost.
And that makes you go round and round.
Was that for?
I knew where we were. I just couldn't find the street we were looking for.
Oh dear. Yeah, so many people. It's so easy to get lost. Have you ever been to Europe?
No.
No.
I'm interested to see how many people in here say yes to this.
Have you ever been to Europe?
Have you ever been to Europe?
I got bitten by something. It's a bit red. Yes, Switzerland and Italy.
Ooh.
No, yes, no. And he got lost in the forest for a while hunting and was found a day later.
Wow. That'd be a bit of a worry. I always had a bit of a knack for finding my way around the bush.
Okay,
If you haven't heard that term before, the countryside where there's trees and probably what you would call woods or the forest, countryside, anything like that, Australians normally just call that the bush, the Aussie bush.
Have you ever built a fire?
I was reading.
Oh, sorry.
And lit it with the match, or?
I can build a fire, but it will only go for a little while.
Okay.
Big Sky Dreamer used to work for a major airline, had to travel.
Built many fires. And he's been on fire.
Hey, for people who have travelled to Europe, what did you think? Is it like majorly different to the USA or anywhere else you've been? It looks like it is when I watch things on YouTube. And we haven't travelled overseas. The furthest I've ever been was as a kid. My parents took me to New Zealand. And that's not that far away. It's only a couple of hours on the plane.
I've never even been on a plane.
Very different.
I want to go on a plane one day. I'm scared of them.
No need to be scared of a plane. Planes are cool.
Train, I like trains.
Love different places.
I do get a bit nervous and anxious at the thought of traveling different places in the world. I mean, obviously I haven't yet. Maybe it might be different if I ever did go, but I think of all the different cultures and just, I know a lot of it's media portrayal and make things look bad around the world, but I just worry that people aren't as laid back as Australians.
Manik's going to Norway next month for a metal festival.
Wow.
And she's looking forward to it, but she doesn't like being away from the kids though. Need to, yes.
Yeah, you know what I mean though, hey Manny? I assume everybody has a little bit of that. And I really do feel like there's just so much in Australia that I haven't seen. Australia is a massive place. And I would really like to travel around Australia before I go traveling to other countries. I mean, if I had, I'm also talking like if I had the money. I obviously can't afford to, but if money wasn't an issue, I think I would still like to travel around Australia and see a lot more of Australia first.
Jessica, have you ever been skydiving? No,
No.
but I want to get him some in the next probably month or so. I'd like to try and get you to go skydiving. I won't skydive.
I reckon I would go skydiving.
I won't. No desire.
When I was really young, I used to think hang gliding would be really good.
How was that? My next bungee jumped. I think I'd always be scared that the jumpy thing would wrap around me.
I think I would trust people jumping out of planes more than I would trust people running bungee jumps.
Mm.
Does that make sense? I just figure the people going up in planes would be much more strict on what they have to do with their parachutes than people running bungee jumps.
But at
I
least,
don't know.
But at least you're attached to something. You can be snapped back up. Yes, it's a rush. Terrifying, she says. Tammy's husband was in the army and skydived every day.
I didn't show people what freckles were. I think it'd be good if you got to the point on skydiving where you could go solo and do it yourself. That'd be pretty good. But just jumping out attached to someone else, the tandem dives.
Yeah.
I mean, you still get the big rush from it. I mean, but to really enjoy it, I think you'd have to get good enough to be able to do it by yourself.
Okay, so Grant at the moment is eating them, but he's choking on them. He's choking on them because they're hundreds and thousands. I don't know what they call.
We call these tiny little itty bitty
Yummy.
Balls.
balls hundreds and thousands. Now that's what's on top, and underneath is just chocolate. So it's a really big chocolate drop with those sprinkles on top. And that's what we call freckles. Bungee jump off a plane.
Kids have sprinkles on just buttered bread for parties.
And they call that fairy bread.
Yep, call it fairy bread. Okay. Have you
Well, call over Shannon and I'll save you a few.
have you ever played golf?
Yep.
Yep. Used to love going to putt golf.
That's not real golf, that's mini golf.
Yeah, mini golf. Night, Mike.
No, Mike, thanks for sitting with us, mate. And watching me eat junk food.
Yes, yes. Let's play golf.
The yes is in there for golf.
Mini golf.
I like mini golf, Shannon. Used to have heaps of fun with mini golf.
Yeah.
It's more fun playing mini golf than real golf, that's for sure.
Don't have to do as much walking.
Yeah.
Takes too much skill to do the real thing. One mistake and your ball's 100 metres out the way, lost in the grass. And
in the sand or in the water.
at least in mini golf, if you do happen to hit it wrong, it's just still within the same area, you don't lose it.
Tammy lives in the biggest golf city in the state.
Biggest golf city? What would that be, I wonder?
No.
The biggest golf city? Palm Springs? I don't know. Where are you, Tammy? Losing your balls. It is, it would be, I reckon.
To aqua golf. Tennessee.
Aqua golf.
Tennessee.
Tennessee, the biggest golf city in Tennessee. Right. All I've heard of is the Tennessee Birdwalk. Tennessee bird walk.
Very good.
I'm all right on the short game with golf. It's using drivers in the woods that I'm no good at. I'm no good driving off the tee. But once I get halfway, start using your smaller irons, then I'm not too bad.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Chattanooga. Oh, pardon me, girl, did you happen to see the Chattanooga choo-choo? Something like that. The old Chattanooga choo-choo song.
Have you ever had a manicure? Yes.
Nope.
Oh, yes, yes.
Never ever have I had a manicure or a pedicure.
Not in a long
Have
time.
you had a pedicure?
No, but I've had a manicure. I had a manicure for my wedding.
I'd much rather have a pedicure than a manicure. I'd like people playing with my feet and my toes.
Oh, I love a foot soak. Love a foot soak.
pedicure for your hand?
For your
For your
feet.
feet.
What's a
Manicure is on
for
your hands.
Oh.
Pedicure is on your feet.
pedicure is better?
Big Sky Dreamer does her own manicures. I didn't think there was any other option.
What
This
for?
next one.
Oh, maybe just people haven't ever made mashed potato. Oh no, because
Packet
in
mix.
the USA, I think they use what they call Deb, or there's packets of potato.
Mm.
It's like hydrated potato, and you just add water.
Okay, have you ever made mashed potato from scratch? Yes, all the time.
That's how we make it.
That's all the time.
Real potatoes, peel them, boil them up, and then once they're soft from being boiled up, you empty the water off, add milk, butter, bit of salt and pepper, mash it all up, and make mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
That's
There's no-
how we've always made mashed potatoes.
there's no substitute for real potato.
I have seen that. There is it Deb? There's something. I think
Yeah,
it's an
it
American brand of potato, and it's not common
You
at
just-
all
yeah,
here.
open a packet and add water?
My whole life, I've never seen anyone
Or do
use
you add milk?
packet potatoes in Australia. Yeah, a bit of garlic. I like adding a little bit of onion, and I like our mashed potato, so it's so soft that it's like it's whipped.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
That's why you get a bar mix and go.
Mum used to do mashed potatoes a bit thicker, like not mashed as much. But I like making them so soft that you whip it around in a circle.
Yeah.
Baked dried
potatoes.
potatoes, yeah.
Yes.
I imagine it couldn't taste that good.
Instant potatoes are dehydrated, add milk and butter.
For people who can't peel potatoes and boil them.
I think it's for people that are in too much of a hurry.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. I can't imagine it would taste very nice. And that's like mashed pumpkin. Oh,
Or
with
See,
pepper. Mashed pumpkin with pepper.
in the USA, they're different sort of pumpkins, granted, but they use pumpkins there for a dessert and a sweet sort of thing, whereas we use pumpkins like a vegetable.
Yeah.
We have roast pumpkins, pumpkin with our meats and other vegetables.
Yeah. Mashed pumpkin, mashed potato, and vegetables.
Roast pumpkin, roast potato,
Yum.
steamed pumpkin.
Tammy says, "Oh my God, I'm making some to go with my beans. You're all invited."
Yeah,
Yum.
potato and beans is nice.
Other squash, pumpkin pie, and bread.
Don't have pumpkin pie here.
Yum.
Well, they might somewhere, but not common.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Okay. Have you ever been to a circus?
Yes.
Yes.
The travelling circus comes around.
We one time we went to Circus Soleil.
That's a different sort of
a
one.
different sort of circus. That hasn't got your animals.
That's more expensive, but
Yeah.
that was for a work trip. I was working at an olive farm, and he paid for us all to go to Cirque du Soleil, so that
Yeah.
was awesome.
That's like flying trapeze.
A lot more acrobatics.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I like them.
No animals.
So yes, no.
Bob, all we've been doing is just asking, have you ever questions
Yeah.
for everyone to answer?
Not many left.
No.
No, we've done heaps. We had a whole big page full.
We're doing really well, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, if you want to hit the like button for us while you're in here, that'd be great. Thanks.
Tammy goes every year, always win tickets to go.
Cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
We haven't been in years.
No.
There's only one circus I want to go to.
Which is?
Nitro Circus.
Nitro
He wants
Circus.
to go to Nitro Circus.
Um,
They do some amazing stunts.
I want to meet Ryan Williams.
this last year gone, we bought an annual pass for Australia Zoo.
Yeah.
Because we're not too far away from it, the Steve Irwin Zoo. And so we go to places like that more than we go to circuses or anything, hey?
We're due to go again.
Yeah, we've got an annual pass so we can go as many times as we want. So
Yeah.
we really should go again soon.
Yeah.
Got some really nice videos of Australia Zoo in our channel page also, if anyone ever wants to watch them.
Yeah, the next time we go, I think I want to go and have
An encounter.
an encounter with an animal. But
If you
yeah,
pay a
it's-
bit extra, you can have an encounter and get up close with them and
Yeah.
hold them.
Yeah, but last time we went,
Go and see if Fisher and Gus wants them, mate. You finish off them freckles.
last time we went, I ended up in hospital a day or so after we went. So we haven't been back since then.
No,
But we will go, and we will
but
go
that
on.
wasn't because of the
No.
zoo. It was just
Love to go to your zoo. There it would be a dream come true.
well, Big Sky. If you can ever make it over, you can stay with us and we'll take you because we're not far away. We're what, about an hour and a half, and that's not far here. That's only just up the road, an hour and a half. And it is a real credit to the Irwins and all the staff there. It's really well looked after and really beautiful.
Night, Shannon. Thanks for
Night,
joining
Shannon.
us.
Happy birthday again, mate.
Yeah, happy birthday. Hope you had a good day. Hey, Sherry.
Yeah, Big Sky Dreamer. If you're interested in it and you get the chance, go through and have a look in our videos for Australia Zoo. I think there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Of the last 2 times we went, and it'll give you an idea of how pretty it is there. It's just really nice, and all the enclosures are really well looked after, and all the staff are just super friendly. It's a really nice place.
You're very welcome, Shannon.
Yeah, our pleasure, Shannon. Hey, Sherry.
Okay. Have you ever made all A's in school?
No.
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 I was never an A grade student.
Not even close.
What, A's every subject?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no pressure, Big Sky Dreamer. Just if you wanted to, there is a couple in there that is just really nice footage of the animals.
Nippy has. Yeah, I've never made all A's.
I think you could probably count the amount of times I've got 1 A on one hand, let alone all A's.
Yeah.
I normally get 1 or 2.
I wasn't a good student.
No, I'm not very educated.
Yeah, my grades are.
I went to the school of hard knocks.
Have you ever eaten a bug?
Not intentionally.
Not by choice.
Yeah. Witchetty grub.
I've never eaten one.
I have.
So yours is a yes.
Okay.
I'm a
I thought you ate it with me.
No.
You
Because
must,
I tried to get you to eat
I
it.
probably swallowed a fly.
yeah, that counts.
That's accidental.
Is that all of them?
Yeah. So no, not gone and gone. Yes, I'll eat a bug today. Tammy was a straight A student. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
that much these days, though, she says. And Big Sky, closest I ever got was community college and travel school.
The Indigenous Australians, the Aboriginals, one of the bugs they used to eat in their diet was a massive big grub, longer than that, called the witchetty grub.
Yeah.
And they would bore into trees, especially gum trees, and then they eat out inside the tree, and then they turn into a massive big giant moth. So they would get them out the tree while there's still this really big grub, big white grub, and we cooked them up once and wrapped them in alfoil and put a little bit of garlic in it, and they taste quite nice.
You and your cousin did a bug, Tammy. A bug.
A bug.
Bug. B-U-G. Bug. But yeah, you and your cousin, you've tried frog's legs too.
Yeah.
And you've tried quail.
What about
Yeah,
that
I'll give anything a go.
No,
Not even that. Only 2 nights ago we had roo burgers.
I
Collette
filmed
cooked
that.
up kangaroo rissoles.
I've got it on video.
That's a video that we haven't put up yet too. Colette's got that made up. A video's just about finished, and she'll be putting that up in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Her cooking roo burgers for dinner.
We have smaller ones in the yard. Moles get them. And Big
Bugs.
Sky,
Oh, the grubs.
grubs, I think. Big Sky Dreamers had frog legs when.
Did you outgrow them, Big Sky Dreamer?
Tasted like chicken.
She had frog's legs when she was a kid. All the other kids used to tease her for hopping everywhere. Reminds me of that old joke. I asked the waiter if he had frog's legs, and he said, "No, I always walk like this."
No bugs on purpose. I think I might have ate some. Yeah, I'm the same, Tammy. Not on purpose. It was accidental. And it was grubs Nippy was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not yet, just wait.
Ah,
It's dinner time here now. Speaking of food.
yeah, we might go and have some witchetty grubs and kangaroo burgers.
No, chicken, salad, lettuce, tomato, onion.
Yeah, I bought a hot chook today.
We're
Yeah.
having chicken tonight.
Hey, that's some Australian slang for you. We call chickens chooks. So we're going to shop and ask for a hot chook.
A hot chook. Yep, so we got chicken, some pasta salad, some lettuce, some tomato, onion,
I bought some potato salad too.
fresh bread.
I think I bought bread yesterday.
Okay, fresh bread. An earwig getting into man's ear and driving him crazy.
Oh, I killed that's one of the few insects I'll actually go out of my way to kill. I hate earwigs and flies.
Night, Bob.
Night, Bob. Thanks heaps for calling over.
Okay, beautiful people, we're going to go and have some
Yeah,
dinner.
it's dinner time for us, and these boys want to get on the internet.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. It's been fun.
It's been really fun. Thank you.
Have you
ever? Right. Thanks again. Really appreciate the support, guys. Cheers, and we'll catch you next time.